Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to second this progressive bill. But having listened to the majority leader, sometimes you have a feeling that there's nothing useful to add because he's one gifted person. He has quite explained what the bills stand for and what we hope to achieve by the way of this bill. Honorable Speaker, nevertheless, I rise to support the second reading of the Military Veteran Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2022. Honorable Speaker, mine I want to sum it up in a form of a poet by Joan Fuchs, pens a memorable poem titled The Best on Earth. A Veteran Day is a tribute, she writes, and I quote, "If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran, and more, they earn our deep respect and admiration. That they are special, no one can ignore. They sacrificed the comfort for the comfort we are enjoying today. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They are loyal, dedicated and true and brave people. When terror and invasion were real threats, they moved towards the parade. They showed us they could handle any storm when all of us were running away from it. They showed us they could handle any challenge when most of us were having a second thought. We owe our freedom and our very lives to the veterans who put their lives on the line for the sake of our people and for the sake of the country. To our veterans who served in the uniform, they have done us proud. Our veterans should be celebrities, and indeed they are celebrities, Honorable Speaker. If you take an example of what is happening in Ukraine, for example, when everybody else is seeking refuge in another country, the soldiers in uniform are going towards where the bullets are coming from. That cannot be a normal person, Honorable Speaker. Those are indeed celebrities. They are exceptional. No other group can compare with them, Honorable Speaker. They sacrifice their family comfort. They sacrifice their own blood for the sake of us and me to have this peaceful atmosphere in Parliament to discuss issues Kenya and make the laws for the good of the country. We are grateful for the many things they have done. They are always in our hearts and they will always be in our prayers, Honorable Speaker. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no one ever question what they are worth, because they are worthless. Their price cannot be measured. Their value, their contribution cannot be quantified. These men and women served us and our country, our veterans, the very best on earth. Honorable Speaker, when you listen to that kind of a poem from one of the celebrated poet, Joan Fuchs, you get to appreciate that veterans are not just normal people. Being an officer, being a soldier is not a normal, ordinary job, Honorable Speaker. It's a job that you really have to think twice before you take it up. And I like the way Honorable Majority Leader has put it. These are the people who work and do things in an extraordinary way. And I'm grateful to our President, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, for the recognition, the opportunity he has given them to demonstrate what they're capable of doing. Before the President started giving them assignment, all of us never got to quite appreciate their capacity. Now we see what they're able to do. Look at the Kenya Meat Commission, which has been a rose-making company for the year, forever. Today, Kenya Meat Commission, they're able to pay the suppliers within a week, and you are given a guarantee, and it happens. The precision with which the army people operate is amazing. Look at Nairobi County. How I wish we'd duplicate this in every other county, where the real change that you can feel has gone on, has happened in our lives, before our eyes, Honorable Speaker. That you're able to walk in pavements, which we all thought it would only happen in America or elsewhere. But we are seeing it happening here in Kenya. And it's happening under the leadership, under the management of one of the generals. These are the kind of people, Honorable Chairman, Honorable Speaker, that we are celebrating today And these are the kind of people that when they have done the service, when they are finally going home, we should be able to have a system through which we are going to remember them and recognize them, the Honorable Speaker. And I'm sure all of us have had a chance of traveling outside Kenya. When you go to other developed countries, Honorable Speaker, you go to America, on the 11th, they have a day they celebrate the veterans, which is they celebrate the veterans because they know without them, America probably would not be what it is today. That every November of 11th, they have to recognize and suspend everything else. It's a national holiday to appreciate and celebrate the veterans, the soldiers, the guys in uniform who have served and protected and made their country great. Honorable Speaker, if you go to UK, these are some of just, but there are a few examples. They have a day, they're also celebrating for two minutes. The entire country comes to a standstill just for a moment of silence to appreciate what the veterans have been able to achieve for the good of the country. Sometimes we don't appreciate what they have done because we have not experienced, by God's grace, the war the way other countries have. Until then, sometimes we take them for granted, Honorable Speaker. But we have had people who have gone through war. Some of our soldiers have gone to Somalia, and they have come back to Kenya, maimed, disabled. They have go back to their families. They cannot be able to provide for their families like they were providing before. These people need to be given a special treatment, need to be given an opportunity to serve in different ways, Honorable Speaker. At least they need to be recognized. What the Americans have done and what the other developed economies have done, and we need to benchmark with them, Honorable Speaker, is that they have given the low-hanging fruits. Like when you're going to the parking, when you're going to the airport, you are given priority. When you are getting to the plane, veterans are given priority. This does not cost us anything, Honorable Speaker, other than to give them a chance and say, the veterans, if you are here on the queue, come and be served first. They appreciate that. It's a simple gesture, but it goes a long way to appreciate what they have been able to do for the country. Last week I had one of my friends, one of my cousins who is a veteran in the U.S., Honorable Speaker. When we went to the airport, he didn't pay for the parking fee when everybody else was paying. And those are simple things which really people appreciate. His mortgage, he doesn't pay the run rates. Those are some of the things we are saying. If we can get a way of getting to empower our veterans and give them an opportunity to enjoy those facilities, Honorable Speaker, I'm sure we'll be able to inspire our good sons and daughters to join the army so that they can serve the country. Because in the past, the army was a reserve for people, so to speak, who had not gone to school as we thought, in the way we understood it. But now that I have had an opportunity of serving in this committee for 5 years now, I know that the sharpest mind you can ever have in the army, actually. Some of them I picked at a very young age, taken through numerous courses, hands-on. They have skills which can transform this country. But what happens when they go home? This is one of the systems, in my opinion, which is so perfect, so efficient, that we need to encourage them and give them hope that even after they exit, we still be able to appreciate them as a country, we'll be able to appreciate their contribution to our people, and of course to recognize that without them, we'll not even be sitting here in the way that we are sitting here today, because if you go to Ukraine, for example, there's nothing like parliament. There's no sessions in parliament, because the armies, everybody else has taken refugee, and the armies are going to the war front. They're going to the front line and to protect their country. Those are the kind of people, Honorable Speaker, that we are speaking about today. That's the kind of appeal that we are developing, so that we address and appreciate our people, our soldiers in uniform. That when they have done their bit, when they go home, we'll remember and appreciate them and say thank you to them, because of them, Kenya is what it is today. Because I know my colleagues have seen some of the veterans here in Parliament who would want to say something about this bill. Honorable Speaker, from where we are sitting as a committee, we believe it's a progressive bill, and we truly want to get it concluded in this level of Parliament, so that the next generation, the next Parliament which will come, will say there are people who sat down and they thought through this process and appreciated our unsung heroes who have given a lot of their life, put their life on the line for the sake of this country called Kenya. With that, Honorable Speaker, I support.